Imagine a perfect event for basketball exposure, one where if you're good enough, you're going to the next level. I now know that event is Section 7. So they gutted out the Arizona Cardinals Stadium and put 12 basketball courts inside. They invited out 160 high school teams from 12 different states, and they all get to compete against each other for 4 games in front of 350 college coaches. And if you go undefeated, you make it to the finals the following weekend. If you're good enough, it's almost impossible not to land a scholarship here, and all the players know it. For Germ, this is his moment, for better or for worse. He'll never get another opportunity quite like this. It started off with barely any coaches there. I mean, no one expected much out of the squad. If you want to be recognized, though, you gotta prove yourself to be a winner. The whole squad was looking good, but it felt like I was looking at a different Germ. It seemed like the game was moving in slow motion for him. All of his reads were on point, and the more he started killing, the more coaches came out to watch.
Buckets are gonna come, but we gotta keep working defensively. We gotta continue to play hard. Hey, when you played hard, it was fun. Did you have a little bit of fun? Huh? We gotta continue to do that. Make sense? Balance.
And with every bucket he got, I noticed more and more coaches writing down notes. They were 3-0, and Germ was putting up over 20 every game. Coaches from all over were coming up to me like, "Don't you train that kid?" I could definitely see him in one of our uniforms. I didn't want to put pressure on him, but he made it all the way to the championship game and has some of the top schools in the nation sitting courtside. If they lose, they go home and don't get invited to the finals next weekend. And if they win, I mean, you get that much closer to making your dreams come true.
It's been my goal and my plan all year long for us to be playing our best basketball here. Our kids missed a lot of opportunities to be seen, to be scouted, and be evaluated. And so I prepared based on our season for us to get here and do well, and our kids show well. And we've done that. I'm really proud of my guys, and now it's time for that work to bear fruit.
Hey yo, the rain was steady pouring, heard the drops, it drizzle meant to be. Chilling in my crib, no doubt. Peep the scenery, telephone rang, then it stopped before I could answer it. I heard a knock at the door, so I answered it. And what Jermaine, he had a little situation. Beef up on the block and orthodox to let the confrontation. He said his cats be acting hard on the block. And they be pumping weight and holding, so Dwayne got shot. I see Dwayne was just a knucklehead, but still with his cousin. And
This was one of those games where it all started to come together. He was doing everything that we do in workouts and more. And it's a good thing too, because the other team was shooting lights out.
When it's on, then it's on for show. Kiss my girl up on the head and in the wind up the door. Stand up in the dog, it comes the light. So always play your part, and say goodnight. Stand up in the dog, it comes the light. So always play your part, and say goodnight. Stand up in the dog, it comes the light. So always play your part, and say goodnight. Stand up in the dog, it comes the light. So always play your part. Hey yo, we pulled up on the block and it's raining, it's hard to see shit. All I seen is 6 headlights, that means it's 3 whips. 3 chicks hopped at the whip, they had some heaters with them. Walked up on it slowly and told me they wanted to get to know me. Jermaine was scoping them, he peeped their strategy. They took us to a building with children, they watching actually, but naturally took us to the basement instead. I see Dwayne up in the corner, but they told me he's dead. That's when I looked up at Jermaine, he got a smirk that he made. Put his pistol to my back and told the was trade. Motherfucker set me up, but ain't no time for discussion. See him stalling for a minute, so we started to
Jerm dropped his first 40-point game, and most importantly, it wasn't a selfish 40, and the team won, which is everything coaches want to see, especially his coach.
Can I get a clap? Can I get some clapping or something? Hey man, hey, I'm really, coaching, please come here. Hey, listen, I'm really proud of everybody. I'm proud of you guys. I mean, from the coaching staff all the way down to the players, man. I told you, we wanted to be playing our best basketball here. And you guys did a hell of a job this weekend. You showed well for yourselves, okay? And we're gonna be back next weekend. Yes, sir. We'll be back next. Hey, but let me tell you something. Hey, we coming after, we getting all the smoke. We wanted it. We've played some of the best teams, and we're gonna turn around and play them again. You guys understand me? But we gotta keep growing, and we gotta continue to play mature basketball. Mature basketball.
Yeah, but how you feeling?
I feel good. That was a fun, good win.
Yeah, you guys came back too.
Yeah, because at the end, everybody was getting hyped for each other. It was just fun.
But did you talk to your teammates?
Yeah, I talked to him. I was like all throughout the game and then after. I'm probably gonna talk to him now, like after we hang up.
Yeah, it's important. Just keep building your leadership. Like, don't make it about yourself. Make it about the team, because it is about the team. It's just about winning, bro. That's all it is. Well, I'm super proud.
Thank you.
Come here with a bottle. Hey, yo, holy spirit. Stop talking. I can't swim. Bro.
Oh yeah, and then Jaden talking about he got females that stay up in here that's supposed to be in the floor.
Jaden lying.
Yeah, he lying.
Hey, where's Jaden at, bro? I'm fucking, man. It's done! Get on the Holy Spirit! That's idea! Damn!
If you missed out on hotel adventures after a dub, kind of missed out on a lot. These low-key were the good old days, and you never really get them back. Oh, to be young again. One of your only worries was getting a scholarship. As good as Jerm played, though, nobody offered, but everybody was calling. Interest is a good thing. Colleges got to see more than one weekend if they're offering a 4-year scholarship. So you already know. It's back in the lab until next weekend. And guess who they're facing off against? The number 1 team in California, Corona Centennial, that Rebay lost to earlier that year, who also beat Sierra Canyon. These are the times that you live for as a basketball player. You gotta embrace these moments. The finals are here, and it's going down at the prestigious Brophy High School. They trimmed the fat. A lot less teams and a lot more coaches. Last weekend was the best Sarah played all year and Germ's biggest moment. But this weekend was even more important than the last. With Sarah still being doubted, they put them in the playing game and the winner plays the best team in California. I would have been ready to throw my camera if Sarah would have lost this game because, well, it would have killed a great story. But nah, Sarah put out their 5th win in a row. But now it's time to put on your big boy pants. Because Corona Centennial, man, they're no joke. All right, so great news. Jeremy is playing well to the point where he's getting a lot of attention. So I'm talking to Fresno State, I'm talking to US and USF, and there's some coaches that are trying to get him to come to college early and miss out on the senior year. And we're on the thing where it's like, I may have wanted him to do an extra year because a lot of people don't know that Jeremy's young. They're surprised that I'm telling them that he's 16 years old, even though he's a junior, or gearing to be a senior, I should say. He's playing well, he's leading, he takes his foot off the gas a little bit too much. But, he's been playing great. And if they have any type of all-team, whatever, he's probably going to make it. I just want him to keep playing. He's got some injuries, some bruises, like a fat knot on his elbow. Don't let that deter you. Play through it. But I'm super, super, super proud of this story. So, very proud. Introducing Jared McCain. You may know him for his TikTok videos, Mr. 6 a.m. He's actually crazy famous nationwide, but behind all the dancing, it's a monster that starts for Corona Centennial that I've taken particular interest in. You can see that when he's on the court, he focuses up on a different level than his opponents. One of the ways he does it is he reads a book about tennis.
Going into any game, I have a book that I read at the inner game of tennis, and I read that religiously before every game. That kind of puts me in the right mind space just to go out and do what I do. It talks about letting go of judgments and just every time you go out, it talks about tennis basically, but it's every time you go out on the court, you got to just focus on yourself. You can't worry about the outside stuff. It's just letting go of judgments and being you on the court.
Section 7 has treated the squad really well. Jared especially, because they've been winning. And as a result of that, the college offers have been rolling in left and right.
And Coach Giles, he told us there was going to be 70 to 85 coaches at our game. So I knew it was just basically to get offers So Kansas, Louisville, New Mexico, San Diego State, and LMU.
The key thing to take note of is this. It didn't just start here. I tell Jeremy all the time it takes more than just a breakout game. Your recruitment process can take time. Centennial drew everyone's attention when they beat Sierra Canyon, and that game happened a few weeks back. But all this kind of lines up in Jeremy's favor. All the college coaches are here to see them play. And if he plays his cards right, he could really make some noise.
Hey, let's make sure today, because we played earlier, so it's very, very important that you warm up hard. All right, get rid of all that lactic acid, get your bodies warm, get ready to go and play some Sarah defense. You guys understand? Let's go. All right, let's go. Sarah basketball on 3. We can go back. Sarah basketball on 3. 1, 2, 3. Sarah basketball.
Jeremy's going toe-to-toe with some of the best guards in the state. And Sarah's keeping it competitive, even took the lead for a second. I'm in shock, but not at the same time. But then, Jared woke up and took completely over the first half.
Basketball, whether you're playing Cantwell or Centennial, is played the same way. It never changes. You understand? The only thing that changes is how you respond and react to the game. That's the only thing. That's why basketball is so beautiful, because there's a human element in it. You guys, does that make sense? Okay, so now we have to settle down, one play at a time. The shots are gonna fall, okay? It's gonna fall. The basketball always finds positive what? Positive what? Okay, we gotta play with something. We can't hang our head, okay? We gotta keep working, we gotta keep talking, we gotta share the basketball, and we'll be all right.
Hey, let's make this shit happen, bro.
The relevance, the sport with a human element. You suit them up and lace them up the same way. It starts at zero and anybody can get it. As soon as Bernard said it, you could see it start to stick. A top team in the nation they was low-key getting with. And really no surprise, I've been there for the lows and now I'm witnessing the high. The story of a young black teenager learning how to fly. For the world to see. The game turned into a matchup between Jared and Jeremy. I value winning so much that I didn't even want to give Jeremy credit for this game. But honestly, I couldn't help it this time. He almost had a 30-point triple-double and competed against some guys that I consider dogs. Very well coached. Sarah lost the game, but man, they earned everybody's respect, including me. And that's pretty hard to do. And if you just take a second and think back on the journey, they really have matured. Like, seriously. But all in all, I was so proud of the way the team competed.
I feel like in the second half, we came out with the energy that we should have had in the first half. And it was really like, if we came out with that energy in the first half, then the game would have been a lot closer and we would have had like a better opportunity to win that basketball game. So I just feel like for us, it's just like playing hard and playing consistently, like playing hard.
The mental aspect of basketball is so important to keep your mental through it all, especially when your body is starting to fall apart. In the last 2 weeks, Jeremy has taken around 20 charges. He's learning to sacrifice his body, which comes at a cost. His foot's messed up. It looks like he's got a tennis ball growing on his elbow. And during these times, it's important to ice, but also just get away from basketball when you can. Me time, chill with friends, whatever. Jeremy's been playing the right way and it's got the college coach's attention because of that. Some people come to events like this, though, and try to do so much. But having conversations with some of these coaches, it's the little things that they're looking for. But most players just don't pay attention to that.
Looking for kids that can come in and help the program, that fit our program in particular, fit our school in particular. And I think that's the big misconception, is that it's not a overall just talent allocation situation. It's more so about fit and talent as well. But you know, you also need grades, you need IQ. Like, just because you scoring the ball all the time, that's not what we're looking for. We might have kids on our team that score the ball already. So we need glue guys that can get on the ground. Even some situations, guys that don't mind not shooting the ball all the time. And it's different year to year. Next year we might need a scorer, so we're looking for something different. How you score it, how efficient you are when you score it, those things matter. So that's what we're out here evaluating. I think just given the day and time of the world we living in with basketball, that coaches are looking for mentally tough kids that can, you know, we say next play all the time, whether that be on the court, off the court. So you're looking for intangible things in these young men that you hope, you know, can help uplift your program at the end of the day. Usually kids are high IQs, they can shoot the ball, usually translate at every level. And I think just the way kids go about that and understanding at the end of the day what they're also good at, and not coming out here trying to show what you're not good at, and not thinking that it's all about scoring points. So that's kind of like where it stands right now with us.
It's the last game of the event. If you've been in this situation before, you know how it is. Everybody's ready to go home. Players, refs, coaches. And although this game isn't being played for first place, it's a great opportunity to focus up mentally and keep building team chemistry. Sarah had a player having a breakout game, Tommy Adesiji. His potential as a shooter is through the roof. And when he got going, germs started going. You could see Sarah was starting to find a way for everybody to eat. But they were playing against a team that I'm sure figured that out already.
Have to be more disciplined. The more disciplined team is going to be the one that wins this game. Okay, so we have to play mature basketball.
So this is where the game changed. It came down to trust. Both Tommy and Germ are on fire. Tommy gets the ball, ignores Germ wide open on the wing. Tommy drives into three people, and what do you know? A charge. I've seen Jeremy do the exact same thing. They aren't selfish players, but it's a selfish play. And after Sarah had been in control all game tied up, but now it's the domino effect. And what do you get on the other side of the court when all the money's stacked on the table? Discipline.
Nobody expected us to get here. Nobody expected us to do what Sarah basketball did last weekend and this weekend. Now, if y'all haven't been paying attention, when we walk in the gym, everybody do this. Players, coaches, you guys have grown. Remember we had the conversation about growth and maturity? I think the coaches can agree we got a little bit more mature. and we grew a little bit more. Whatever happened 10 seconds ago no longer exists. Let it go. It's not even a thing anymore. The only thing that exists is the next second and the now. You owe it to yourself to continue to get better, and you guys did a great job.
Puppies one day turn into dogs. You understand? We're growing into some dogs. We're growing into some dogs, and you know what? And our dog's about to have a big fight. You understand me? We ain't barking, we biting. You understand? Okay, so let's go home. Let's go home, get better, get some rest, and let's come back and be Cavaliers. You got it? All right, let's go. Come on, body language.
The goal is always what we focus on, right? But it's the lessons that lie in between the start and the finish. They help us see the mission through. We fall short when we try to see too far into the future. Yes, the game was lost, but the team's chemistry and growth went way up. And most importantly, they went from a below average team to an almost above average team. They won 7 of the last 9 games. Section 7 was a success. And for now, the mission is complete. There were college opportunities offered to these kids. And that makes everything worth it. They say it's the darkest before the dawn. And you've witnessed that firsthand. Another chapter added to the book. Thanks for watching Chapter 2 of 10,000 Hours.